You're listening to the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
We are on the Angry Marks Podcast Network, where you can get all the best podcasts for MMA, professional wrestling, all that good stuff, and it's delivered free to your phone if you use the iTunes podcast gimmick and search out keyword Angry Marks. That's all one word, Angry Marks. Hit the little subscribe button. You can hear great new shows all the time, free of charge. Well, without any further ado, we've got the Razor Ramones with us. We've got Rex Razor Sharp and Dave the Beast. What's going on, Rex?
Introduce Beast. I'm sorry.
Well, okay. Well, Dave the Beast Barnett, who is the official referee for all the action for Razor Ramon shows. How are you doing tonight, Beast?
I'm doing great. We got a great weekend coming, so I'm looking forward to it. Ready to get my referee on, get my China Buffet on, get my SummerSlam on.
Very nice, very nice. Well, this is your first time on the Undisputed Wrestling Show, so tell us a little about yourself. Now, I know you as a big fan of WrestleCrap.com, and I also know you as the official referee for the Razor Ramones. Tell us a little about your history in the world of professional wrestling.
Yeah, that's charity. I'll do that. For about maybe about a year. Well, I've known the Razor Ramones for about a year. For maybe about half a year, I've been refereeing for the band. I'm sure we'll get more into what that entails. But before that, I was refereeing around the local independent wrestling area in central Indiana. I actually refereed for Hoosier Pro Wrestling and New Era Wrestling. And I refereed for some places up north of Indiana, southern Indiana, places that aren't even around anymore. There's not too many stars that are on the current Indiana independent scene that I haven't worked with, unless they're like really new. But I haven't really found too many that I haven't worked with. As Zane mentioned, I am a big fan of WrestleCrap, and you might spot me on the WrestleCrap Roast DVD in the crowd, and Angry Jim on that DVD does look a little ripped towards the later parts after he does his speech. So you might want to check that out. It's an entertaining time, but yeah, I'm definitely made my way around the little independent wrestling scene around here.
Now I got to interject real quick. This is important. This is a call out, a shout out to R.D. Reynolds' brother. Brian Alvarez wants you to join us at the Super China Buffet Day here in Columbus. He legit posted on the Observer board saying, "Where's R.D.? Why is he not going to this?" And I've been saying that forever, R.D. brother. And now you've got two people involved in your little roast, and you're not going to come down to our Wrestling Observer sponsored Super China Buffet Day minutes from your home? Are we going to have to drive up there to Beech Grove and throw you in that FEMA death camp they have in Beech Grove, Indiana, RD? Well, if you're listening, brother, this is your last chance to show up, or you're bound for nowhere but straight for that FEMA death camp right across the train tracks in Beech Grove, Indiana.
FEMA death camp in Beech Grove, Indiana. I think they call that the Walmart.
No. Google it, you guys. There's one there. Sorry to throw you off, Zane. Go ahead.
No, that's not a problem at all. Yes, that was the first time that Beast and I met, was at the WrestleCrap Roast, and it was a lot of fun, and I'm sure that Beast was very hot at the end of the night. And Beast, were you there for the WrestleCrap final podcast?
No, I wasn't, unfortunately. I think I had to work that weekend, and it made me sad that I couldn't make it, but I was there in spirit.
Well, yes, we are calling out R.D. Reynolds. If he's not in Jupiter, Florida, which is where his part-time residence is, at the Burt Reynolds Theater down there in Jupiter, Florida, maybe he can come out to Columbus, Indiana for SummerSlam, and his co-author of The Death of WCW, which is in its 10th anniversary printing, is calling you out as well, thanks to Rex Razor Sharp.
Well, let me just say that I just posted there. I said that Zane, he'll give RD a ride. Your guy's from the same sort of the neck of the woods. He's on your way down south to here. You can pick up RD. You can drive him in style all the way down I-65 to Columbus, Indiana. Boom, RD. You're going to live the high life, brother. And then you're going to live the Miller Lite life when you get over here, brother. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, RD, he used to work shows around here. He worked the shows, the Hope Damn Gym.
Yeah, and Hope, yeah.
It's feet away from here. And I saw him get chokeslammed by the Big Show over there, brother. So he needs to get his ass down here.
I'll buy you one of those Chinese beers that they have at the China buffet.
Tsing Tao.
I don't think that RD drinks. So
I'll buy you a Sprite, brother.
We'll buy his buffet.
Maybe if you invite him to throw a mimosa at you, maybe that'll entice him.
Anyone wants to throw a mimosa at me, $5 a pop. Boom.
There'll be a table to sign up to do that at the show Friday.
Yeah.
Well, I got one more quick question for you, Beast, before we talk about the show on Friday. So you refereed in Central Indiana. Did you ever work with Jason Ayers?
Oh, yes, absolutely. He's the guy who trained me to referee. Everybody anybody who knows anything about refereeing knows that he's the best in the world, and he's where he belongs right now, right up at the top in the WWE. That's probably the very best person in the whole wrestling business that I've ever met, and it's probably true for even the people I haven't met. That is a 100% stand-up guy. He's everything he's gotten in the business he's deserved. He's worked hard for it. It's great to see him at the top, and yeah, Jason Ayers is the man, everybody.
All right, it's time for me to shoot on that, brother. Let me tell you something about Jason Ayers, dude. Now, listen, first off, last night during Raw, we're watching Raw, there's Jason Ayers wrestling a match. Then, just a little bit later, dude's posted on my Facebook, because even he couldn't stand 3 hours of Raw. Boom. And he's there getting paid for it. They can't pay him enough to watch it. Now, beyond that, Jason Ayers.
Speak on that.
I've known him since high school. He was a year younger than me. Me and my buddies, we were the cool wrestling guys.
Are there cool wrestling guys?
We were the cool wrestling fans in high school. We wore leather jackets and flannel shirts around our waist, brothers. We were all about the Raven in 1995.
And the ECW shirt, right?
Oh yeah, brother. And then we saw this little geeky kid rolling around in his Rocky Maivia shirts. We're like, and he was best friends with the Bout It Kid, for those of Hoosier Pro Wrestling fandom. You might remember the Bout It Kid and Jason Ayers, they were best friends. They had another friend, I don't remember his name, but he was even geekier than those two. And we said, we don't like those guys. They're poser wrestling fans. Now who's laughing? Jason Ayers? Boom.
We got a band. What do you got?
I've got the top wrestling theme, pop, punk, Ramones core, band in Indiana. I don't know. Jason Ayers, great fella. Can't say enough good things about him. I'm glad he made it. He deserves it.
Since we're talking about Hoosier referees real quick, what do you guys think of Drake Wirtz or Drake Younger's work in NXT as a referee?
It's awesome, surprisingly awesome. I mean, I knew he's a great guy and a great wrestler and everything, and I didn't know what to make of him getting signed as a referee, but he's been just as good as Jason Ayers, I'd say. I don't have anything bad to say about him either in his rough work. It surprised me.
Indiana is bringing it. WWE refereeing. It says that me and Beast, we should have stuck at it.
Right.
But me and Beast,
they need those giant referees in a few years.
Yeah, we're
going to be
4
sad
feet
when
taller.
they have those 6-foot referees in WWE in a few years. We're going to be sad. That could have been us.
I did my share of repping years ago, and I loved it. I wanted to stick with it, but I knew that I was a good 4 to 5 inches taller than everyone that was coming in to work the shows.
Exactly.
And I wanted to be a heel manager too, and it just doesn't work when you're bigger than the guys you're managing.
Well, and that's something that I look at when I'm ring announcing, because our champion for ICW, Troy Miller, he's a legit 5'8" at the most, and I'm 6 feet tall, so I try not to ever stand next to him. I always try to go into the corner whenever he's in the ring, so that way...
And you know what?
You can adopt the Tom Phillips stance.
No, I think it's different with an announcer because you're not an athletic part of the event. You're not, like something that could be the focus of the event. You're there to say what match is happening, and if you're tall or short or whatever, everyone just still thinks you're some geek.
Well, thank you. But also the wrestlers in the ring are supposed to be larger than life, and if I'm some geek and I'm a lot taller,
but the difference is they're presenting themselves as larger than life through their work, through their selling, through their facials, through everything they're doing. You aren't doing that. You're just in there, the geek saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, come into the ring, blah, 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 blah." That doesn't matter. So if you being a big fella, I don't think it matters, honestly.
What are your thoughts, Beast?
I kind of agree with what he said, but, I'm a big fan of the Tom Phillips stance, though. If you really want to make him look good, spread those legs out.
Yes.
Don't take that the wrong way, everybody.
take a real deep Johnny Ramone stance.
Yes.
All right, guys. So what we've been talking about so far has been pretty nerdy.
Oh, hold on. Before we move away from Drake Wirtz being a referee, I just want to take this moment to say that I was especially surprised because of the last time it happened with Nunzio. It was awful. I just wanted to get that dig in there.
Okay. Well, as I was trying to segue, what we've been talking about, it's been pretty nerdy, but that brings us to the big show on Friday night at the 5th Quarter in Indianapolis, Indiana. Rex, can you tell us about Revenge of the Nerds on Friday night?
Yeah, brother, I can take this one. This one is for all of us nerds, the wrestling fans, the science fiction geeks, the comic book failures, the pop punk rock, no one likes what you like people, the horror movie, what are you gonna murder somebody, trenchcoat mafia guy? Those people, the outcasts, the people that have been shunned, we're all coming together Friday night. The shaming of our favorite pastimes is something that we all know. We might not all agree on comic books or science fiction or horror movies or punk rock or any of it, but we all know that we've all been called nerds for enjoying something just a little too much. So, on Friday night, August 21st, at the 5th Quarter Lounge in Indianapolis, Indiana, the nerds strike back. Come on down, everybody, and witness when the butt of the joke starts kicking all the butts. All the butts. Let me tell you a little bit about this. First off, you got the Razor Ramones. We're wrestlecore pop punk from parts unknown. Second band of the night, you got the Yavin 4. They're intergalactic rock and roll from a land far, far away. And if that doesn't mean anything to you, like it might not, they're a Star Wars band. And apparently this is a big show for them. They won't tell me what it means. They won't go into details yet. There's a lot of stuff they're not allowed to say yet. But this is a big show for them. And they're really trying to get as many people as possible to dress up like Star Wars characters. So, put on your Spock ears and get your best Captain Kirk thing. I don't know. I don't know this stuff, and show up for them. Then we've got touring band out of Cincinnati, the Jericho Harlot. I don't know anything about them. And then finally, the best band on God's green earth. This band has recorded some songs that could replace our national anthem. And no one would be upset. Everyone would appreciate it. This band played my wedding. That's how important they are. Listen, I'm not going to go down the street and book Joe's wedding band to play my wedding. I'm going to get the best of the best. And I got him. And it's Be My Doppelganger out of Evansville, Indiana, my dudes. If you don't know this band, just get on your damn internet. You type in that search bar, Be My Doppelganger, /hyphen thing. And then, oh God, what's the song? Turning 17. Be My Doppelganger, Turning 17. Best song ever written, ever.
I can second that.
I can't wait to see them again. I've seen them probably 50 times since they started. Best band, so. Then we've got a bunch of special guests, too. That's not it. That's not it. That's enough. That's enough for your $6 cover charge, those bands. But for no additional cost, we've got these vintage toys and collectibles. They're going to come. They're going to sell you maybe an X-Pac toy. I don't know. Maybe they'll sell you, what's a Sarlacc pit? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Do they have a Sarlacc pit toy?
Maybe they'll sell you a Sarlacc pit toy. I don't know. Maybe they'll sell you the Incredible She-Hulk toy. I don't know. Maybe they have toys of that guy that's on Raw now that's apparently on a cartoon show. I don't know. So who knows? Not only that, we've got, hold on, I gotta look up the right name. Hold on, let me look. Oh my God, people posted so much stuff.
Joseph Harmon?
Oh, we've got Joseph Harmon. He's supposed to be there. I don't know if he will be. We'll see. But a longtime friend of mine, I played in a band with him called The Alien Dead. He is an amazing artist. He's drawn some incredible stuff. He was just in LA doing a show, and then he didn't have a ton of time, so we didn't get the flyer made that we were going to. But Joseph Harmon, yes, he'll be out there, hopefully, being socially awkward like he's always been, but he's amazing artist, amazing dude. We have, God, where is it? Oh, another guest, the Indiana Toy and Comic Expo happening in Bloomington, I believe the weekend after this. Let me look real quick. Indiana Toy and Comic Expo, let me look. Oh, that link didn't work. Oh my God, they must not be doing it. Oh, there it goes. Hold on, I'll find a date for you. But the Indiana Toy and Comic Expo is going to be there. It is happening August 30th in Bloomington, Indiana. They're going to come up to our show. They're going to pass out flyers. They're going to maybe give away some tickets. Who knows what they're going to do. So we've got those fellas going to be there. Comic book geeks. Reed, by God, Bitley. One half of the Tryout Show Rejects. Great tag team tearing up the Midwest. Reed Bitley's going to be there, and I believe, this hasn't been posted to the page yet, but I believe Trip Cassidy will be there as well, everybody. Trip Cassidy, trained by Billy Rock at the School of Rock, worked all over the world in the United States. Great dude. He'll be there as well, I do believe. We've got some clothing company. I don't know, Rurban. I don't know what that is. It'll be there. It'll be something. I think I went through. Oh, and you know what else will be there? St. Paisley at the Undisputed Wrestling Show, maybe doing some interviews with some people, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a way to do interviews with people?
Yeah. I'm a professional journalist.
All right, I'll help you out. I'll show you who to interview.
Okay.
So that's the show. It's coming up this Friday, August 21st, the Fifth Quarter Lounge, 306 Prospect Street, Indianapolis, Indiana. $6. Doors at 8. Show starts at 9-ish. It's going to be ridiculous. Like I said, I don't know what the deal is, what the Yavin 4 is blabbering to me about, but they are acting as if it's a huge deal. So I'm inclined to believe it's a huge deal. So
bring your Star Wars stuff. I'll get it right this time. Bring some lightsabers. If you got a helmet, wear it. If you got a Star Wars t-shirt, wear it. If you want to put your hair in Leia buns, do that for sure. But try and make it look cool out there.
Well,
don't just stand around. Have some fun, damn it.
I did a little research about Yavin. That is the planet that they're on at the end of the first one, or I guess episode 4.
Yes. Is where the Rebel base is located from Yavin 4, where they launched their attack on the Death Star at the end of Star Wars: A New Hope.
Steve, let me take this one. I got it. I understand.
Oh, Rex knows this.
I know this one. Last night during Raw, they kept showing a commercial for some Star Wars, Star Trek thing, and it kept saying Yavin 4 on it. So it's a thing.
There we go. We cleared it up.
Yes.
What do you think about it, Zane? Are you excited for this?
For the show? Of course. I'm super excited. That's why you guys are on tonight.
What do you think is going to be the best part of this show, Zane Paisley? I'm turning the tables in a wrong way, brother. And I'm coming full force. Tell me, what's
turn the camera back on the filmmaker?
Well, I'm hoping to meet a lot of nerds from other cultures because I don't know how it was in Columbus, but I grew up in Peru, Indiana, and there's a Devo song called "Through Being Cool" where they talk about in a small town.
Being cool. Let's reenact it, Zane. Come on.
Well,
I don't think we have the money. Okay, we gotta get you off. We can't license that song.
But there's a line that says you might meet a dozen or two young alien types who step up and dare to declare we're through being cool. And that was kind of my high school. You know, there was, there were some skater kids, there were a couple goth kids, there were, the punk kids, and there were guys like me that were into Devo, and pro wrestling.
Hey, you want to talk high school? I work at a high school, brother. Well, I've got the ins.
Let me finish my point real quick. So, there were a bunch of different types of nerds, and whether you were a cool nerd or nerdy nerd or a dork or a spaz or I can't remember any of the other words that they used in Ferris Bueller.
A soch or
the greasers.
Yeah, we all kind of hung out together. So this is going to be a fun show, where we get to see those Star Wars nerds. And they get to see us in our wrestling gear, our beards and Zubaz and all that great stuff. And we can kind of come as a community and have a couple beers together. So I'm really looking forward to that. So.
Hey, but here's my question. Are Star Wars fans able to drink beers if they have to go back to sleep in their mom's basements?
Yeah, because they usually have that sliding glass door. So they should be able to do it.
The best part of this show is going to be me able to make fun of these other people. Oh, my God, you guys. It's going to be so easy for me to make fun of these geeks. Oh, I'm going to love it.
But then you have to do the face turn at the end so you can sell some T-shirts.
Of course I will.
Don't give away a secret.
It's not a secret. I learned it from Colt Cabana. Colt Cabana does the same thing. If he's been booked to work heel on the show, he'll work heel, and then at the end of the match, he'll do something to turn himself back babyface to sell his gimmicks at the table. So I took that from him. It's paid off pretty well for us, honestly. We've really sold some stuff.
Well, and I'm interested to see if the Jericho Harlot does any Fozzy songs, or if they come out and say, Nerds is Jericho or anything like that.
I bet they don't know anything about wrestling.
Well, I'm confused then. Why would they have their name be after Chris Jericho?
Well, I'll tell you about the fellow, though, of that band.
Wait, they're not
I know.
Chicks?
No, it's a fella. And about this fella this fella, he set this show up and then messaged me to ask if we would play it, and then I kind of took it upon myself to make it worthwhile, and it's starting to pay off. I think this is going to be a pretty big show. But this fella, I've grown to find out, he's an enormous roller coaster nerd. He likes the roller coasters. So
you will be able to bond with him over that?
Yeah, so this is where we segue the show into talking about the Coasters 2016 now on the Undisputed Roller Coaster podcast.
So what's the big haps for 2016? Well, before we go into that, I did have the opportunity to ride the Thunderbird
Yes, tell me about it.
At Holiday World. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
It was so smooth. I rode wooden coasters all day long, and my back was hurting, my neck was hurting, but I wanted to get on that. And I went at the right time. It was only like a 20-minute wait. Got on. It was amazing. It took off super fast. It was so smooth. I was alone on it. Like my wife and kids didn't go on it with me, and I was just grinning ear to ear and laughing the entire time.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. Now tell me, how is the Voyage running these days? I've heard they've done some track work. They're looking at putting the Timberliners on at some point in the near future. I don't know if they have yet. Were the Timberliner trains on it?
I actually didn't ride the Voyage.
Oh my God!
Well, my 9-year-old son and my wife went on that together. I rode the Raven and the Legend. The Legend.
Saying this is the worst episode of the Undisputed Roller Coaster podcast ever.
Why is that?
Why did you not ride the Voyage? It's one of the best roller coasters on Earth.
Well, I didn't know that. I'm not that big of a roller coaster geek.
I think this is a show that you'd have to host, Rex. We're going to go into that territory.
I do have to host it because I can't count any of you geeks.
You'd definitely be getting better guests than us.
Now, did you go to the water park? How is Mastodon and the other one, Wildebeest?
They were fun. They were good times.
Which one? Did you ride both of them?
I think so. I think we rode everything there because it was rainy, so we were already wet. So we were like, let's just hang out in the water park if we're going to be wet already.
Mm-hmm. So, did you rode both water coasters? Which one did you like better?
I don't remember the names of them. I'm sorry. I should have been taking notes.
Just try to describe which one you like better, if there is a preference for one.
Let's say the one that shoots you around and then it's like you're getting flushed down the toilet.
Oh my God, that's not a water coaster.
What was that?
That's just like a short ride.
Look, I'm talking about Wildebeest and I'm talking about Mammoth, the world's 2 longest water coasters. Oh my God. What's happened to my podcast, the Undisputed Roller Coaster Podcast? What's happened to it?
I'm sorry. Which one do you like better?
I've never ridden them. I haven't made the Holiday World in years. I haven't been since they built either of them. They both sound amazing. I believe they built Mammoths first, I don't remember, but they built one first. And at Holiday World, in their water park, they try to build 2 of everything. They have like 2 wave pools. They have 2 lazy rivers. They try to get 2 of everything just because they get so much money off of their water park. They just build 2 of everything. So they built this enormous, massive, world's longest water coaster, and they're expensive, and there aren't a lot of these around the world. And so then the next year, they just build another one. Yeah. Holiday World's awesome. I spent my youth growing up going to there every year. I love Holiday World, but I haven't been in about 10 years. I feel really embarrassed to say that, but I haven't.
I'll tell you, my favorite parts of Holiday World was meeting Santa Claus. He was there in August, and that was rad. And they had one of those fair games where you spend $5, and if you make one basket, you get 2 shots, and if you make one, then you get a free basketball. And my wife took the first shot. She barely missed, and I swished the second shot, so I looked like a hero to my kids.
Yes! That's awesome. Now, was that your first time ever at a Holiday World, or had you been before?
That was my first time ever.
Really? What made you want to go?
Because it's about a 3-hour drive each way from
yeah.
So, I can make it over to Kings Island in about 2 hours. And I grew up, Peru area, so Monticello was a lot closer for me growing up, so we'd go to Indiana Beach, which is awful in comparison. It was still
no, but they have some good stuff. What's the Lost Mine car? I can't think of the name of it.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Just
Whatever.
like the ski lift thing where it takes you over the park. That was
the Lost Cat. I don't know. Whatever. But it's not the worst Indiana Beach.
No,
we do have more than corn here.
That is true. That is true.
We also have meth and heroin needles. We have never mind. let's not besmirch our great state. I love my state. So let's oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, we do also have some great local beers in Indiana that you can drink at the Fifth Quarter Lounge on Friday, August 21st in beautiful Fountain Square, Indiana. Very, very excited.
No, it's not at Fountain Square.
Well, it's near Fountain Square. It's in that area.
It's yeah, and we're talking about maybe going to Kuma's Corner beforehand, maybe.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but maybe.
Okay, so Beast, tell us, you're the only pop punk referee that I know of.
Wait. I had to talk about some coasters first.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
What stories?
This is the most important thing happening to this area in the next probably 3 years or so, but down at Kentucky Kingdom. And it ties in with Beast, honestly. Last year, right around when I'd first met Beast, he said, hey, do you want to go to Kentucky Kingdom with me? And me and my wife, my lovely wife, Beth, the love of my life and everything about me, we said, yes, we'd love to go. So we woke up early in the morning. We got ourselves some B&Gs from the most delightful spot here in town. Tell them, Beast.
At Kramer's. If you ever want breakfast in Columbus, Indiana, make sure you have a little cash on you and go down to Kramer's and get the best biscuits and gravy ever. There's probably some kind of drugs in it, but like it just makes it all the more better. Like
there are not drugs in it. There's no drugs in it.
It's just so good. It's addicting. I'm not going to slander this.
Listen,
this
I'm not
hometown restaurant, family values and such. They'd be upset. They have fantastic biscuits and gravy, and it's so cost effective. Like you can get like biscuits and gravy and a whole gigantic omelet there for like less than $8 probably.
That sounded like a lot, but regardless, I will not let you say there's drugs in their food because
what sounded like a lot?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. There's not drugs in their food because
there's not drugs in their food. I'm sorry. It's like hyperbole for how addicting their biscuits and gravy are. You'll want more. Is what I'm trying to say.
No. Will you shut up? Will you stop? The family that owns it, their daughter-in-law, her father is my boss. So you will not say there was drugs in the food. You take it back.
I take it back. It was hyperbole. I'm sorry.
So now, moving along. We start our morning off there, getting our B&Gs on, and then we head south on 65, brothers, straight for Louisville. I was tweeting at Jim Cornette trying to get him to join us out for some sweet coaster rides, but he didn't respond. But he did later respond, and now he's the Razor Ramones' biggest fan. Look it up on YouTube, /users/Razor Ramones, and you'll see Jim Cornette cutting a promo on us, brother. So anyways, we get to Kentucky Kingdom, and I went there quite a few times as a child. We went there for my high school thing, whatever. It was an okay park, but they're really putting the money in this place now. They got the money coming in. And they're really shining it up. They've really put a lot of money into refurbing what they've had. They've brought in a great, really forceful new coaster called Lightning Run. It's great. I went to the water park.
Great.
It's great. I went to the water park. I did what at the time was the world's tallest water slide last year. I didn't know it was the world's tallest water slide. And then I did it, boom. And then I drank way too much and passed out at Spinoli's. Boom. Whatever. But next year, they're getting something that's very special. In this part of the world, we don't usually see these things. There's this company called Rocky Mountain Construction. They've been taking wooden coasters from west to east coast, taken these old things and turned them into mind-blowing, world record-breaking coasters, and they've gone into Kentucky Kingdom. They took what was their Twisted Twins dual coasters running. They're turning into one coaster called Storm Chaser. So Rocky Mountain Construction, based out of Idaho, working on this coaster. It's going to be built. It's going to be built, Zane, with RMC's patented iBox track. Only featured in 5 other coasters in the world. Did you know that? Only 5. Only 5. Count 5. And one of them's going to be right down in Louisville, Kentucky. Right there. The home of the what's it called? The Lebowski Fest. The home of Slick, the former referee. Home of, who else was in Louisville? Cassius Clay.
Stevie Jonak.
No, who that is. Move along. So
Cliff
these
Compton
tracks.
lives there now.
What?
Cliff Compton lives there now.
That's true.
Who's that? Who's Cliff
Domino.
Domino.
But
Yeah,
no,
I love Deuce of Domino. But let me tell you about this coaster. It looks amazing, but the one thing it's doing, never been done before on a roller coaster. Your usual coaster, it lifts you up, you get to the top, it drops you down, right? Everyone knows that on a roller coaster, right?
Yeah.
Not on Storm Chaser, Daddy. This is the first coaster in America. It's going to lift you up 10 stories. You're going to hit up, you're going to get ready to drop, and you're going to drop right into a barrel roll and flip over. It's insane! And like I said, it's Rocky Mountain Coasters. It's going to be an amazing ride. So anyone, if you don't have anything else to do next year, summer, any point. Oh, what?
I think you heard your own echo.
Oh my God, was I echoing?
I guess. Continue.
Whatever. So that's the most important thing. This coaster is going to be great. They put a ton of money. Like next year, let me look. I think next year Kentucky Kingdom's opening something like, they were opening something like 8 rides this year, and next year they're going to open another at least 3 to 4. So they're putting money into it. They're cleaning it up. I really like what they're doing. Kentucky Kingdom's going to be giving Holiday World and Kings Island a run for their money, I think. What do you think, Beast? You were there last year.
I don't know if they'll be giving Kings Island a run for their money. I'm sure they might be giving Hollywood or Holiday World a run for their money.
Well, hey guys, another reason for R.D. Reynolds to come on Sunday to Super China Buffet or whatever it's called is he's a big coaster head too. So you guys have.
You know what? I know this because he posted on the Kings Island message board. So did I. That's where I know him from. I don't know him from some geeky Russell. What is it? Russell crap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm joking. I own the Russell crap book. I'm acting like I don't know. But yeah, I remember it was the Kings Island message boards. I was like, RD. Wait, this is RD Reynolds. Why is he posting on the Kings Island message board?
The real deal.
Yeah.
Real deal.
So we should let him know.
So
me and him, we'll talk coasters all night, me and RD. He doesn't have to care about wrestling at all when I'm around. I'd rather talk coasters.
So Beast, what is your role as a referee for a pop punk band?
Well, first and foremost, I'm there to introduce the band, so I have a little bit of a ring announcer capacity, so you and I are brethren in that job as well. Oh, that sounded a dismissive laugh.
No, I agree. I didn't think of it that way until you just put it that way.
It's true. It's very true. Yes, I first and foremost, I announce them and make sure everybody knows when the stars are coming on the stage. And then once they're there and all the hoopla happens and
hell yeah.
Exactly. All that happens and they play the crowd. I make sure that their instruments are free of foreign objects. We don't want any foreign objects being in play when the concert is going on.
You know what, Beast? Why do you always think we would cheat? Why would you think we would cheat our audience? Just because we've already got their money?
Well. I do that for every band I referee, to be fair. It's the rules.